Welcome back on the mat, where today we'll be focusing on lower back in terms of mobilizing and just stretching, strengthening the lower back. So we're going to start in child's pose. So come to your mat. The knees can be wide or can be together, whatever you prefer. And you're going to just come down. The arms can be extended out to the top of the mat and let your forehead rest on the mat. And here we'll start to connect to the breath. So in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe take a moment to set an intention for yourself and the practice for today. And see if you can just let the hips, the sit bones sink down towards the heels. It doesn't matter if they don't fully reach. And keeping the arms, the hands where they are, we're going to move forward into tabletop. So come up and align shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. And from here, we'll take an inhale as we lower the belly down, look up, tailbone up. And then exhale, go the other way, arch the spine, tuck the chin, tailbone under, push the ground away. Inhale to go the other way and start moving with the breath, going back and forth between cat-cow. As you push the ground away, arch the spine, protract the shoulder blades. Exhale, and then inhale. Good, and then find a neutral spine. Here we'll tuck the toes, and we'll start to send the hips up high, keeping the knees bent if you want, coming into downward facing dog. And here start to pedal the feet out on the spot. Bending the knees, moving hips side to side. Make sure you're keeping the palms flat to the ground, the fingers are spread wide. And then find stillness in your down dog. Again, the heels don't need to touch the floor. The knees can be slightly bent here. Just keep your spine nice and long. Inhale through nose and exhale through nose. Good, and then slowly just bend the knees more, look forwards, and start to take baby steps as you walk the feet forwards to the front of the mat. Once you get there, the knees can stay bent. Relax the head, maybe hands to back of head, gently pulling the head, or just releasing the arms, more of a ragdoll, moving side to side, being loose. Nodding the head, yes and no. Good, and then find stillness. We're going to start to lengthen the legs and then roll up. Vertebra by vertebra, taking your time, not rushing anywhere. Start to rise. And the head will be the last to rise up. Good, and then stand at the top of the mat. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. And here maybe close the eyes, just take a moment to reconnect to breath. Good, and then we're going to inhale the arms up high. Exhale, fold forwards. You can bend into the knees as you fold. Good, and then inhale halfway, lift straight spine. Again, knees can stay bent here. Avoid rounding in the back like this. Tilt the pelvis forwards, nice straight spine. Hands can be to thighs, knees, or shins, maybe to ground if that's available to you. And here, just bring the feet a little bit wider. Breathe in. And then exhale, sink the hips down, bend into the knees, coming into a low squat. And then send the hips back up, lengthening the legs, keeping the spine long. Hands again can be wherever you need. We're going to move between these two poses. So breathe in. Exhale, let's lower down. And inhale, hips back up. Exhale to lower. Inhale back up. Exhale to lower. And we're going to stay here. Maybe bring the feet a little bit wider if that's available. If your heels don't touch the ground, that's absolutely fine. And you're going to place the hands to heart center, the elbows on the insides of the knees, and push the knees wide. Try and keep the spine nice and long. If you need to place something underneath the heels for balance, that's absolutely fine. Keep the spine nice and long and focus on your breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Release the left hand to the ground. Open the right arm up towards the ceiling. Look up to your right hand. Focus on the breath here. Inhale. Exhale. In. And exhale, come back to center and swap the arm. So right arm down. Left arm expands, opening chest. Look to left thumb. Breathe in. And out. Inhale. Exhale. Find that steady rhythm in the breath. Good, and then on an exhale, bring hands back to heart center. Bring the hands to ground and start to lift the hips up high. You can start bringing the feet in closer towards one another, hip width distance apart. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, arms rise, look up. And folding again, exhale. Halfway lift, straight spine. Hands to ground, send the feet back to plank. If you want, you can lower the knees down. Be mindful of your back here. Keep the core engaged as you slowly lower all the way down. Keep the hands grounded and just use your back muscles to raise the chest into low cobra. Here, try not to push too much with your hands. And then exhale, lower down, tug the toes, send yourself back into downward dog. And raise the right leg high. Keep the hips square. And then bring the right foot through to the front, in between the hands. Ground the back knee down. And then rise up into high lunge. The arms can be high, or hands can be at heart center, or hips, whatever works better for you. Keep the abdomen engaged, tailbone tucked under. You might start to feel more of a stretch into the left hip flexor. And you're going to start to lower on the exhale, keeping the spine nice and long, abdomen engaged. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, Tuck the back toes if they're not already. Start to straighten the front leg, maybe edge the foot forwards a little bit. Straighten the leg, and here you may want to have blocks or something to support you on either side. As we fold forwards, keep the spine long, bringing hands down to wherever the support is. Try and keep the foot flexed. Breathe here. If it's available to you, lead with chest, go deeper. If not, don't worry. Breathe in and out. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. So inhale to rise back up, ground the foot, and we're going to go just between those two poses. So inhale, coming forwards, lunging deeper. Exhale, send the hips back, straighten the front leg. Inhale forwards, deeper and keep core engaged. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Good, and then come forward into plank, send the right foot back, either high plank or knee plank, keeping the core engaged. Exhale to lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Raise the left leg high, keep the hips square. And then with control, bring the left foot through to the front. In between the hands, ground the back knee, rise up into high lunge on the other side. Same thing happens, core engaged, tailbone tucked under, maybe feeling a stretch into the right hip flexor already. Breathe in and deepen, exhale. Inhale and out. In and out. Inhale. Exhale. Let's tug the back toes, straighten the front leg, maybe edge the foot further forwards. Hands to wherever you need support. Lengthen the spine, lead with chest as you fold. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. Good, inhale to rise. We're going to move between the two. So on an inhale, start to deepen into the lunge. On an exhale, send the hips back, straighten the leg. Good, as we move between the two with the breath. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale forwards, bring hands to the ground, send the foot back. One more vinyasa here as we lower, exhale. Inhale, back bend of choice, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, lower the knees down to the ground, come into child's pose. Take a moment here to just come back to the breath. Arms can be by the sides of the body too. Good, and then start to rise up to kneeling. Swing the legs around and come to lie down on your back. Good, and then from here, we're going to take our bridge pose. So you're going to bring the feet in so you can touch the heels with the hands. The feet are hip width distance apart. And then start to lift the hips up. Press the feet into the ground. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades in together and interlace the fingers underneath the body. Lift the hips higher. And imagine there's a ball in between the legs that you're squeezing together. Find that engagement in the thighs. Keep the hips lifted. Focus on your breath here. If you want to take a more restorative approach, you can place a block or some support underneath the sacrum here. Good. Breathe in and out. One last one. Inhale. Exhale, separate the hands, separate the shoulder blades, and start to lower down vertebra by vertebra. Good. Gently coming down. Start to move the knees side to side, as far down as you can on each side. Good, and then back to neutral here. We'll bring both knees into chest. Now squeeze them in tight. Maybe rock side to side. Good, and then bring the feet back down to ground. Cross the right knee over the left. Place your left hand on top of the knees and lower the knees down to the left side, keeping your right shoulder grounded, and look to the right side if that's comfortable. Extend the right arm out wide. Focus on the breath. You can actively use your left hand to push the knees further down. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. On an inhale, slowly rise back up, uncross the legs, reset the body, and then cross the left knee over right. Right hand on the knees, left arm out wide, and then twist to the right. Use your right hand to bring the knees down. Look left if that's comfortable with your neck. Find your breath here. Keep left shoulder grounded. Good, and then slowly release the twist, uncross the legs, come back to neutral. Here we'll bring the knees in towards the armpits, so knees are wide. And you can just hold on to the knees if you like, or if you want to take happy baby, you can either grab the big toes or grab the outer edges of the feet as you hold here. Maybe find stillness or find movement, rocking side to side. Good, and then slowly release the legs, the arms. Come to Shavasana on your mat. Feet wide, arms wide, palms facing up. Take any movements here in the lower body, in the hips and shoulders to release any tension you may still have. We'll connect to the breath for a moment. So deep inhale through the nose, out through the mouth. Another two like that. Inhale. Last one, inhale. And fully release. Just let the breath flow naturally as you settle on the mat. Maybe bringing your attention back to the intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Letting go of anything else. Good, and then you can either stay here in Shavasana for as long as you like, as I will let the video carry on playing. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. Namaste.